and anti-blackness. That's crazy to me. She didn't cut Eb off like that.
Not once.
Eb told her the exact same thing I told her. Why? Because Eb looked too close to her for her to sit up here and treat Eb the way she was treating me.
And I think, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just don't do this to other dark-skinned black women, so it
all the time. And like me and Bratz would literally, I could be calling somebody all kinds of bitches. I can say all kinds of everything. I can yell and scream. But the minute Bratz will read something in a monotone voice, verbatim from a source, she gets this type of behavior and response back.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
So that's why
do this on the daily, and this happens
I'm
on
turning the other cheek. I'm not turning the other cheek in 2025. They catching it every time.
okay.
Curly head pit stain is really taking me out, Lay.
I'm trying to tell you, when I when I saw the name, I said love, love, love.
I love it.
I do too. And I bet you somebody get mad at it. Why is your name?
If I her up the next time somebody's nickname is Redbone.
Literally. Well, we got a week to utilize it then. Oh, screw me. Are we letting, since we're don't have any ops for the topics, let other people up now? Is the conversation a little different?
I mean, yeah, until you want to restart.
Yeah, I might restart in a little bit because I do want to get ops in, but I mean, I definitely think the conversation that we're having is, I'm gonna take the background off while we do it. We just can't be over talking, y'all. That's why I just. Yeah.
Hey, Ruthie Pooh.
Y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Artie.
Do I have to echo?
Hey.
Mama Messy.
I just wanted to say respectability politics is so obnoxious from black people, especially dark-skinned black women. Like, come on. We can be talking in the most monotone voice, no inflection in our speech, and we're still going to be called something terrible. So, like, coming from another dark-skinned person is so annoying. It's like, bro, like, and the word bully, y'all be throwing that out so loosely, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all know why I'm up here. How y'all doing? Give me 1 second. So really quick, I want to say one thing. Number one, I have a quote that I created like 2 minutes ago that I think we should all utilize as black people. We're done turning the other cheek. We should just let them kiss it. That's number one. Number two, I came up here for one specific reason. So, what is your name, my love? Iconica. Iconica. Perfect. How you doing today?
I'm lovely. Tink you for asking. Yourself?
Oh, sensational. Okay, perfect. There was one quote that you said that I'm not gonna lie was very, very funny. I might use it the rest of 2025. That quote was, and I quote, "Kiku kaku, gigi gaga," whatever you said, but that was beautiful. All right. I do have one question. Do you like pianos?
Do I like pianos?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I do have a song for you, and then I'm going to drop down because I think it represents a lot of the things that you been saying and what happened since you've been up here. All right, here we go. Bye.
Why you look like that one? Y'all know that person from Big Time Rush, and you look just like him, Ev.
Oh my God.
Well, since I'm a white woman now, I'm a white queen. So
I don't think you watch Big Time Rush. I know who I'm talking about. For those that go out watching it, you look like I forget his name, child. I'm sorry. The picture.
That is
The manager. Yes, the
hilarious.
manager. Yes.
You know who it really
Let me get the
reminds me
picture.
of?
The manager from Big
Y'all
Time
saw
Rush.
Toy Story, right?
Yeah.
Al. That's what that picture reminds me of.
Hold on, let me look at both up. From Big Time Rush. Go expeditiously. this nigga, wait.
Him. Wait.
This thing right here.
Oh
Hold on,
my
let me go back.
God.
That day right there. Hold on.
We're put side by side.
Hold on.
Twin. Where are you, man?
Expeditiously to hell, both of y'all go. You said Al from Toy Story?
Yeah, the guy who owned the toy barn.
Why they both fat though? What what is happening here?
I was just going by the face, that's all.
Well, okay, thanks. I guess I'll know.
I wasn't going by the body. My bad.
I am screaming so hard. Why did y'all just roast my auntie like that?
Terrible. Y'all supposed to love me and shit, but okay.
Well, I came up here because I do love you and I'm finishing your bingo cards and I wanted to go through the list to see if I need to add anything else.
Yeah. Everybody want to be like the dolls.
Ooh.
First of all, hold on. Let's if
Now
we're
she gonna be
going-
on cards.
hold on. If we're going to be so for real, we had bingo cards long before this.
Oh, we have bingo cards too. So what's next?
I would say, I'm just saying, we technically, we had it first over here.
I don't know about all that.
I'm just saying, we
In
had
Ev's defense, she didn't ask. I
Frank
offered.
Shut up.
some more stage because he made
Y'all hear
bingo.
that dollhouse trendsetters?
It sounded like you got it from us, but I mean,
Can we get a racial fetishization bingo, please?
oh, that would be good.
That would be.
Ooh, I gotta work on that one. Okay, so here's the list so far. And this is basically thinking about like how all of Eb's topics kind of come together. So
Oh my
anyone could
God.
be
Eb, you
racist.
see that comment?
What?
You talking about Keys comment? He want to get muted. And first of all, the roses is not old.
Not the
Yeah,
roses
the-
being old.
Eb, I want
Yes,
you
y'all.
remember the Obsessed video
The obsessed video.
with Mariah Carey when she
Yeah.
dressed up as Eminem?
Yeah. Whoa. Okay.
The oldest member of the Roses is 65. That's you, right?
Perfect demographic for bingo?
Right, it is.
Yeah, I think
chose
that was
the
a good
bingo.
demographic for bingo.
You can win money.
All I'm saying,
I just
Eb,
haters.
is if you want to promote me, tonight might be a good night to start because I can start dropping people because I'm feeling offended.
They're haters. They're haters. Okay.
And Ari, if you come on talking about senior Ari, we gonna fight.
That's why it's bingo in the first place.
I won 500 at bingo one day.
Because they old.
I'm screaming. All right, y'all ready for this list?
Well, hold on, really quick. As far
sorry.
as the topic, the topic that everybody was talking about, does anybody want to say anything else about that first before we segue into something else? Because I know Ari does down there.
No, and I'm gonna okay. I just wanna think first before I speak first. I don't want to come up as I'm bullying you since that word has been thrown around a little bit and being misused. So I just want to say that maybe unpack why your immediate thought when you entered the room, having no context, which you admitted to, right? Not having the proper prior context, having none of that, why your immediate thought was that Bratz was the aggressor and the white woman was being victimized.
I didn't say the white woman was the victim.
But you did, because if she's being bullied, then she's a victim of bullying. Is that not a victim?
But if you're talking in the context of the entirety of the argument, it wasn't completely saying that she was.
Is that not a victim? That's what you said, love.
I didn't say she was a victim. I just said, why are you bullying her though?
Yes.
I said, my comment said, why are you bullying her though?
Hey, Eb.
Yes.
So if you're bullying someone, that would make that person a what?
Are we talking about
the person being bullied? What would they be called?
We're talking about the context of the conversation.
I'm talking to the host, so I don't know why you're over talking either one of us, because I wasn't done talking, and neither is the host. So, Eb, if you're bullying someone, what would that person who's being bullied called?
Victim of bullying.
Oh, okay, cool. So, like I said, having no context is what you admitted, right? Because everybody gave you all the background. I didn't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see that. Which would then, that would equal having no context of what happened prior to you clocking in to the conversation. So having no context, you need to unpack why you immediately thought that Bratz was the aggressor and bullying and being the bully to the white woman, and why she was a victim of bullying.
Okay,
why
so
you thought that in your
I understand the perspective of what you're coming from, and I understand why you have the tone that you have with the way that you're asking the question.
I'm not asking. I wasn't asking. That wasn't a question. I didn't ask you anything. I didn't ask you anything. I want to be clear. That wasn't a question.
Oh, you were trying to tell me?
Yeah, that was just a statement. I said I wanted you to unpack why you immediately came in and thought. That wasn't a question.
Well, the suitcase is empty, so let me tell you how it's empty.
It's not, but okay.
It is.
Oh, it's not.
When I came in and when I chimed in, it was when Bratz was trying to educate old girl on El Salvador, and the girl was trying to combat her with saying that, well, you don't live in Brazil. And it's like, okay, well, if she doesn't live in Brazil, but she does know about El Salvador, where can we bridge this to see, where there's the miscommunication or where there can be education? But then Bratz had a certain tone when trying to talk to the girl about how she knew about El Salvador. And I said, well, then why are you bullying her though? Because it's if you're trying to teach her about what you know about El Salvador, or what you're trying to get her to understand with her perspective, she's not going to receive it based off of your tone. She's not going to receive it based off of the way that you're trying to relay it to her.
But Kiana, I do at the same time.
Hold on, you said you unpacked that thing? You said you unpacked it? It's time to pack that motherfucker back up again.
Because you literally just talked about tone, and we're talking about tone police.
You just explained exactly what I just said that you need to unpack.
That is tone policing.
Are we not
Beyond
here?
the tone policing, you immediately thought, oh, because of how this black woman is speaking to this white woman, she's bullying her. With having no prior context beyond what you just said. You have to listen to yourself when you're speaking. We all can hear it, but
I'm listening to myself. I know exactly what I'm saying.
You can't be, because how are we all hearing it? Even your friend, who said he didn't have to come up here and say he was your friend. That they were your friends. They didn't have to do that. They did. So again, they're even listening to what you're saying, and it's not giving what you're thinking is giving. So you need to listen to yourself. Listen.
Yeah, because we've been watching since the lady came up here.
This
Bye.
friend,
I'm done.
y'all both are watching, and this is the take that you and your friend got. I'm confused.
Yeah.
Real quick, this is
so that she's lying about not having the
personification.
context, because she didn't see where the white woman called Bratz the B word and interrupted her every time she spoke, and where Ed was speaking that she never got interrupted. She said she didn't see that. So it has to be one or the other. Which one is it now?
When I said I chimed in.
No. I'm asking, which one is it? Were you here for the entirety of the live, or were you not here for the live?
When I started explaining my perspective, I said when I chimed in. That's exactly what I said when I started replying.
No, that's not my question. Because Jordan is saying something different from what you're saying. You said before, right, when we gave all the context about how she was talking to Eb, different from how she interacted with Bratz, you said you weren't here. You didn't see that. You didn't see that she interrupted Bratz. You didn't see her call her the B word. You say you didn't see that. That's exactly what you said. I didn't see that. I wasn't here for that. But now Jordan is saying that y'all were in here from the beginning of the live.
Yes. So I can be in the live, but when I chime in, just how Bratz had argued earlier and said that she was away from the screen and she wasn't looking, and then she turned back around and as I was talking, I said also when I chimed in. How is that not consistent?
My mic was unmuted the entire time. I was paying attention to the conversation, and I was texting my boyfriend on my iPad.
She was hearing the
Okay, so you
conversation.
were
She
still
just
paying
couldn't
attention.
respond, is what she was saying.
Your
That's not the
attention
same
was still
thing.
put towards the screen, towards the conversation.
Just like
I just think that you lied so quickly because you wanted a reason to be. That was like kind of a way to like excuse yourself from not from having that prior context and the way you spoke. Go ahead.
I just want to say this really quick too, because I don't want her to feel like she's being like there's a whole bunch of people. So if anybody agrees with what she's saying, y'all can go ahead and come in as well.
Yeah, come up. All the brats is a bully. Come up. All the brats bully accounts.
Yeah, I just think it's like important. Like you really that there's a lie here. Either you're lying or Jordan's lying. Someone's lying because the two things aren't the same. They actually are completely contradictory. That's all I'm saying.
Or did you just not hear that part? Because we've been watching the whole time.
You're saying, we're going to walk this down a timeline. You're saying Jordan said that we were in the live. Yes, we were in the live. I was responding to you when I was saying that I chimed in, meaning that my attention was turned, and then I chimed in. When I chimed in is when I commented and when I was seeing when she was trying to explain and when I said, why are you bullying her though? Chronological.
And so were you here or were you not? Because if you were here, these things didn't happen all in the same one instant where, I missed it, I wasn't listening. No, you were in the live. These things happened the entire time the lady was on the panel. So were you in the live
I can
or
still
not?
be in the live and my attention can be diverted.
So you didn't hear anything at all that happened in the live until you decided to make a comment
That wasn't
she
your
was being
question.
bullied. That's the only thing you heard.
That wasn't your question though. Your question was
I'm asking you right now. I'm asking you now. Is that
Jordan,
the only thing that you ever heard from the entire live is from the point that you made the comment saying that that Bratz is like, why are you guys bullying her?
No.
So when did you start hearing the live? When did you start listening?
Well, I mean, the whole live has been on the whole time. The live, my phone has been turned up, but that doesn't mean my full attention was on the live.
And that's what I'm asking. I'm asking, at what point did you get attention to the live? What point did the live grab your attention to where you were listening to what people were saying? At what point?
That's mixed match because it was all over the place the whole time.
Okay, I'm asking in relation to when you made the bully comment. At what point? What in which proximity is it to that? At what point? In proximity to that comment being made. At what point?
When they were cutting each other off, and then the white lady called her bitch.
So you did hear that?
I was not cutting her off. She was cutting me off. And again,
but you said you didn't hear
each other off.
No, we
But
were
you said
not.
you
I
didn't-
was talking.
You said you didn't hear her call Bratz the B word.
When did I say that?
You said that before.
Just said that, girl.
I said
just
we've
said
been in
it.
the live.
You just
I said we've
said
been
it
in the. I
when I
said we've
said
been
that.
in the live the whole time. I said my attention was diverted, and I chimed in.
And
when
right
I
now,
said
you just
and
said
called
when
her
you
bully.
chimed. You just said right now when you clocked
And you
in attention
asked
to live,
when did
you
I
heard
hear
her call
you asked
Bratz the
when
B word.
did I start
Correct?
paying attention to the live.
Hello.
You asked when did I start paying attention to the live and got my attention.
Correct.
And it was around the time when the lady called her a bitch.
Okay, and I'm okay, and I hear
And then
that.
I also said that it was
Great.
mix and match, and it was all over the place.
Great, thank you for that. I appreciate that. However, now we know that you lied prior because when you were asked before I got on the panel, when you were asked and they were telling you about how they were doing, you said, "Oh, I didn't know she did that. I didn't know she called her the B word." That's exactly what you said. When they were trying to check you on it before I ever came up, before any of my mutuals came up here, you said you didn't hear that. Now I'm asking you at the timeline, and now you're saying that you did hear that. And that's actually the moment that you paid attention to the live. Do you see how it's a lie that you said before or you're saying now? One is a lie because the two things are completely contradictory.
Okay, then clock it, girl, because my attention was all over the place. It was here and there.
I mean, but that's still not explaining the reason for the lie. But okay.
So my question is, if it was that you didn't catch the whole thing, right? If you're admitting that you didn't catch the whole thing, why were you so confident to come up and say she was a bully? I think that's the only thing I'm confused about.
I asked her, but she doesn't want to answer. That's exactly what well, actually, I didn't ask. That's what I said she needs to unpack, and she said it was already unpacked. But as we see now, she's lying about what's occurred.
That's
and then
his fault.
Now it's saying that it's unpacked. I don't know how it's unpacked, but may I miss something? Because we still haven't
So
got to
my
the crux of the
whole-
issue and why Bratz was assumed to be the aggressor and the white woman was assumed to be the victim when you are admitting that you were intermittently paying attention, not paying attention. Now you don't know when you did start paying attention or not paying attention, but you were able to definitively deduce that the white woman was being bullied by the black woman. That's what you were able to definitively deduce, although you were not paying attention. Makes perfect logical sense. Thank you.
Could you ask your question again, Ebony?
So, I think Ari has said this, and she just asked that too. But if you admit that you didn't see like the whole thing, why were you so confident to come up and say that she was bullying? Because when we say bullying, I mean, it has to be contextual to what's being said. It's not a singular action.
So it was mainly centered around the part where they were talking about the difference in when Bratz was talking about El Salvador and the girl was talking about how she's from Brazil. The way my mind put it together was like, okay, you know about El Salvador, but she lives in Brazil, and she's trying to tell you that she lives in Brazil, but you're like yelling over her and trying to tell her about something that she needs to go visit and do this and do this and like do like more stuff.
How that happened. Don't even do that.
So how did it happen?
'Cause that's actually why I came
You
up
don't
here.
even understand. You didn't understand the
Exactly.
conversation because El Salvador, the country, is not the same thing as the city that El Salvador in Brazil.
Right. And Bratz actually asked her in a monotone voice, have you ever been, have you ever heard of it? So where the yelling come in? Because Bratz didn't raise her voice not once.
They were literally yelling at each other or talking over each other.
See, this is what I mean. You were all up in the Kool-Aid and don't even know the flavor. No, they were not. And that's not how the conversation initially started.
We were not talking.
Homegirl took it that way, which is why she started snapping on Bratz and we all clocked it. And you missed that. Bratz was being so informative about an area that she knew about. And even, what's her name? The other girl, she even mocked Bratz when she was trying to retell the story about how it happened. Because she was like, Bratz was all like, have you ever been? That's not even how Bratz was talking to her. Not in the least bit.
It's funny how you claimed you came to the women's defense to be like, the embassy media because you think that there was a language barrier. Meanwhile, you didn't even understand the conversation that was being had because you thought this was about El Salvador, the country, and this is about a city in Brazil.
Where majority of where black people in Brazil live.
So like with this conversation, do you find where your fault is in this? Because you came in and they explained it to you and then you doubled down and then you triple down and like you're still like going and going and going. So I'm trying to figure out, do you not see that you came in and was caping for this Caucasian lady who gave you the follow because you was helping her out against an angry darky?
Like, I don't know. I don't like the terminology because the terminology is crazy and making it seem way more like aggressive
What
than it
terminology would you like? Because you said that Bratz was bullying her. So what terminology would work better in this situation for you? If Bratz is the big old bully, what terminology would work better to help you out?
Arguing, maybe?
That you
like instead of arguing with her, why not just like educate her? I don't know. Like I came into
trying to educate her, and she consistently interrupted me saying I knew. And while you were sitting on the panel, I told her, hey, since you know, explain what I was going to say, and gave her the tools. And she said she did not know about that, and then started trying to blame it on a language barrier.
Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like if somebody, like a whole group of people are telling me, oh, you said something very ableist, I'm going to be like, instead of being like, oh yeah, and I clocked it, like instead of doing all that, I'm going to be like, okay, what did I say and what makes it ableist, right? All of these people are telling you, you came in caping for this white person and you were being very anti-black, and you're still like, yeah, like, I don't understand where the disconnect is. If Prince is saying that you are in these types of spaces watching and your princess
No,
friend.
I said I send it. I send it to to them all the time. My friends all the time.
Oh, so she
I
don't
don't
be
know
watching
whether they
like
watch it or not. I don't like. That's why I said I don't think she's used to it. I don't think she actually watched it to understand like where Bratz was coming from.
Mhm.
So like that's what I was saying.
I just don't see why, like why you can't just be like, okay, all of these people are telling me this, and I'm the only one who is saying that they're wrong. All of us are wrong. Stats are telling you wrong. Like, I'm very, like, I don't understand why you keep like double downing. That's my main concern.
Just weird that in 2025 y'all still policing black people because y'all feel away about it. It's just weird, but y'all don't police the white people y'all work with. Interesting.
I just want to say, you care about what caused, like, don't nobody care about what caused the disrespect. You can't tell her how to react to being disrespected. What about what caused it? That lady being condescending in her tone and then wanted to mock a black woman and be all extra when she was trying to retell the story of what Bratz said and using AAVE, but you cared about Bratz's reaction. When Bratz didn't react how she wanted to or how she could have reacted, she was still giving that lady grace. And then when she had enough, all of a sudden she's a bully. You can't tell someone how to respond to being disrespected.
But like, my main point in what I was saying is that if a group of people who look like me are like, yeah, no, this ain't right, and this is why it's not right, I'm not about to sit there and be like, I don't know. I don't know if defensive is the right word to use in this context, but like, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, no, you guys are wrong and I'm unpacked. No, obviously not. Maybe you've unpacked other things, but in this certain scenario, your suitcase is full, overflowing. You can't zip it. They're about to charge you like $40 extra because your suitcase is overweight. And it's weird that you just can't just be like, oh, okay. Yeah, like this is maybe something that I need to work on. When everybody's like,
Can
yeah.
I just say, I'm sorry. Can I just say, like, I think what's annoying me is we can't even fully process this for and with Bratz, who is actually sustaining all of the harm here, because we still have to censor a whole white, light-skinned woman, or I don't even know, because I really didn't get into race with her, because that was just a whole thing. But literally, that woman ain't even here anymore. And we can't even process for and with Bratz, who actually deserves our attention. The dark-skinned black woman. Who is mischaracterized on a regular basis.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what she does. It doesn't matter if she puts a tone, an influx in her voice. If she starts sounding like this, if she doesn't use her Chicago accent, y'all have so much audacity when it comes to when she speaks. It is egregious.
Truly is.
And it's aggravating.
White people become agents of chaos in our spaces, and y'all fall for it every time. Every time.
My main issue was just the reaction. Like, I feel like it could have just ended at the like being corrected, but when Bratz like was trying to correct you or whatever, you were very nasty and very rude and very condescending to her. And I feel like a lot of your demeanor and reaction and stuff like that did change up a little bit since Jordan came up here. I don't know what that's about, because you were very rude to Bratz, and then especially with the white lady on the panel, you were trying to go back. You were trying to only go toe to toe with Bratz rather than the white woman. The white woman sat up here and was admittedly
Really, she sat up here and
aggressive.
she said, oh, clock this and clock that and clock that, when she was talking to me, and then turned to the white woman and said, I don't know if it's a language barrier. I was
Yeah, but every time she said girl, she had a black scent. Did y'all catch that? Every time she said girl, she had a black scent.
She baby walked her like, oh, like maybe this and that, and then was talking to Bratz very like, I didn't like that, and that's my main issue here, and that's why I came up here with so much vitriol, because you couldn't even take the correction from the actual person that you caused harm to, and then you wanted to put on a show for the white woman. it was very crazy. And then you came out and you said, yeah, I am putting on my cape. Because your words verbatim was, because then when Jordan came up here, you were saying, I didn't put on my cape. Yes, because you actually did. You said verbatim, yeah, I am putting on my cape because she's being bullied, because you're bullying her, and I love all people. That's verbatim what you said when Brad said you put on your cape for a white woman. So now, when Jordan comes up here and they're trying to explain it to them, that you're like, oh, no, I didn't put my cape on for her. I didn't put my cape on. I don't know what they're talking. I didn't put my. You literally said you did, because you wanted to go toe to toe with Bratz. So you thought you were being cute and smart and funny and witty.
Didn't think I was being cute, smart, funny, and witty.
You clearly did. But you did, though, because you were doing that the entire time. That was your entire demeanor when Bratz decided to correct you about the harm that you caused her. And she was very cutesy, very demure about the way that she did it, because the white woman was still up there.
I don't think so, because if she
I don't care what you think. It doesn't matter what you think.
I did, and we're not going to lie. We're not going to lie, because
we're not going to lie, because
that came out of my mouth,
if you definitely would have came at me like that, I would have respected you. I would have came at you.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar.
And
You've been lying.
You're lying.
And not.
You're lying.
I'm going to tell you exactly how I know you're lying, because I decided to allow you to come up here and explain why you called me what you called me, right? And then you sat there and you start saying, I said, I'm not going to say what I want to say because there's still a white woman on this panel. Those were my exact words. So no, I did not eat you up. And then you came back and you said, whatever, you going to clock it, some shit like that, and said it gave bully. So I said bully. And then I started telling you that it gave dumb B word. That's when you got disrespected. Because you sat on this panel with a white woman and said it gave bully, so I called it a bully. You stood 10 toes down on calling me a bully in the face of the white woman after I even said that, explained to you what the white woman did to me first. And so I told you it gave dumb bitch, and that's just what it was, and it still does.
Okay, but I didn't come at you disrespectfully like that initially.
Yes, you did. You disrespected me when you called me a bully. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Calling me a bully is disrespectful.
I'm not gonna say what I want to say because it's still a white woman up here.
Like, that's after you called her a bully against a white woman. Are you okay?
Why are you bullying her though?
Nobody was getting bullied.
Like, I don't know.
And you're still trying to double down and defend it. Like, you sound crazy, mama.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to
Please stop.
There's nothing to explain. You don't need to keep explaining further. We are very educated people here. I don't know if you know us. We understand. You don't need to say it multiple times. I am an educator myself. I only need it to be said to me once, sometimes half of once. Not even the full once. Okay? So I damn sure don't need it to be said 4, 5,000, 59, 11 million times. I heard you the very first time. I was here. Remember?
We all were here.
I don't need no more explanation or interpretation. I said what I said, and you're trying to double down on it. You don't need to keep going into, how about an apology to the person that you harmed?
Right. That's what I'm like. I don't understand why we're
still waiting on that.
The apology wouldn't even be genuine at this point.
I know, but it's like,
of course not. It's just calling out the fact that it never occurred, and the initial reaction was to not only just be defensive, but to also be nasty and rude in the presence of someone else who was actually harming that person.
It wasn't.
Now, Bratz was sustaining double the harm from a white woman being macro-aggressive and anti-black.
No, was being harmful.
And then the harm
from
being anti-black towards her. That's exactly what occurred. And you're still here talking over me when you're in the wrong. Only thing you should be talking over me to say is an apology to Bratz. Other than that, shut the hell up.
Lady
what
admitted that she was microaggressive, and you didn't check on Bratz for that? Like, you didn't see if Bratz was okay from the microaggression that she admitted she was being macroaggressive to Bratz?
That's why I'm like, I don't understand why are you like tripling down and getting mad at us? Because we trying to call out your anti-blackness that you should be unpacking.
Iconica, was you here when she called Bratz a trigger queen?
She was in the panel. She was there.
Oh. If anybody was getting bullied, it was Bratz. So you were trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho and it didn't work out for you.
Using that word on here towards anyone at all, because it's not even
sorry.
No, I'm not criticizing you. I'm saying just in general, like, because if anybody is getting bullied anywhere on this panel, they have the ability to scroll out of this live and exit this app and and not have to come back on here. Like, it's a choice. So if someone's being bullied, that would be on their own volition, if that was ever even occurring. At any possible way, shape, form, or facet. The only way that would be able to occur is with their own consent. And I don't know if consensual bullying is a thing.
Make sure we're tapping the screen, sharing the live. There's 349 people in here. For everybody, but you donate $1 or $2, I'm going to go to my Ring Ruler Home Fund. Ah, shit.
Stop labeling Bratz as a bully. Just a question for people that don't know her. Anybody? I'm talking to people that don't know her. Do y'all call black women that y'all know in real life bullies too? Or y'all just, that's a social media thing?
Like, and
do y'all like, are we like, do y'all not have uncomfortable conversations with your peers, your loved ones? Oh, that's right. Most of the black community don't have these conversations. Y'all lean on us for the education because it's easier to listen to other people. It's hard to go and find the research and information on your own because none of us have to be live for any of y'all. And she don't have to be up here giving for free labor.
Exactly.
Especially when she's doing something important on her own time.
Well, apparently I'm giving out free labor, and there's a way that I'm supposed to do it as well.
Like what? Y'all want her to talk like this? And I love you guys so much, and thank you. Like, y'all want her to talk like that? Y'all gonna so call her aggressive?
Akanika, do you understand what they're saying?
I can understand what they're saying.
Like, it's just, from my standpoint, I'm not coming at you, and it's just weird to me because people be forgetting that we sit on panels with her all the time. I'm with her almost every single day when she goes live, and they do it to her all the time, every time.
No matter.
I elevate my tone. I'm the one that be attacking y'all. I'm the one that call y'all all kinds of names. I never get that same energy, ever.
And it literally does not matter how she speaks. Not one way. Like, she does a change in the octave, nothing. And they still gonna call her the bully. And it's crazy because you are also a dark-skinned woman. So that the same thing that Bratz experiences is the same thing that would happen to you no matter what your tone is.
I just hope that you're able to.
They're gonna call you the aggressive darky every single time.
I just hope that you're able to reflect upon what you did here and move forth. That's all.
And I was only just like trying to just like help mediate because we have conversations like these all the time.
Yeah.
And I really didn't want to.
She not listening. Y'all not.
Has she ever called you aggressive, Prince? Has she ever said to you that you're doing too much in the presence of a white tea person?
No.
Interesting.
But
that's interesting.
After y'all leave this live, maybe y'all need to have another deep convo because
I agree.
Since you're in these spaces all the time, and when you came up, all of us in the comments were like, Prince, because you didn't come up sounding like what we would have assumed you would have sounded like when we hear you in these panels all the time. Like, it didn't sound like these are the conversations that you'd be having with your friend when you came up, and that's just what I saw. But I know the comments was all like Prince, no, because
okay, what was I? Because I was, what was I saying? That was
you was coming up here to check Bratz. That's what it sounded like.
No, I wasn't. I was.
No, I'm saying that's what it sounded like to me personally.
Well, no, I'm telling you that's not what I was trying to do at all.
Yeah, but intent over impact. You know that. That's what it was. It was like the stuff that you came up to. Yeah, you know. All right, chill out. But like
I was saying, like, I know she's not used to it. I was just saying, I know she's not used to these lives, so that might be how she perceived it. Even though they had these conversations all the time. That's what I was saying.
This your friend? You got her number, right? You got her number? This your
We
friend.
was on the phone.
Right, but I think
That's what I'm saying. That's the worst part.
Can I say something? I think the point of
Yeah.
contention for me, it was immediately like coming up to try to like explain away why, like she, that she's not usually in these lives, and I just don't think that that's an adequate response to us telling you that she called Bratz a bully, in defense of a white woman, and then admitted saying that she was putting on her cape on for a white woman. I felt like that was not like an adequate response to being told that, and to saying like, oh, well, she's not used to these lives. I don't think you need to be used to any sort of life to know, as a dark-skinned Black woman yourself, to not perpetuate that same exact harm and stereotype that is perpetuated against you. Like committing lateral violence, it literally serves no purpose. And I just think that the reaction to it, I didn't appreciate it. But that was me.
I understand.
I don't want this to like I want y'all to be able to come from this conversation and take what we're saying and actively unpack it, because you cannot actively unpack it if you're not understanding what we're saying to y'all. So it's like, I don't like this towards the lady above me. Like, this is a teachable moment for you, because the way that you came at Bratz is the same way people are going to come at you too. But you the same, because you the same shade as Bratz. You dark skin like the rest of the people on the panel except Javon. And
I'm gonna say I ain't dark skin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I ain't dark skin
because
either.
Javon got more coins than me, and I don't like that. Colorism.
I got you.
Colorism.
Wait a minute, I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
fix that right now. Hold on.
They're not in this conversation. She white.
Yep, you white T, RT.
Now, white queen
Remember
over
that.
here.
You are a white queen, and we love you.
That's on the bingo card, by the way, Eb. Eb is white.
that she's
on the
white
bingo
tea?
card.
That's crazy.
I wait for these bingo cards to drop.
How do we move on from here?
I mean,
I think y'all need to have an actual conversation. Yeah, if y'all were on the phone while this was happening, and she still was doubling down,
Right, like I don't understand why your friend talking like that. I don't really.
y'all were on the phone as it was actively happening.
Like, I don't like your friend. I don't have no issue with you, but I don't like your friend because she moved very weird with me. And like I said, I still did try to give her a chance because she's a Black woman, a dark-skinned Black woman that's dead. But it's just like she was trying to like overdo it, and it really just pissed me off to a different degree when the girl admitted to doing a macroaggression against me, and then what's her name? Iconica was like, yeah, this, yeah, that, clock that with me, and then turned to her and was like, yeah, so I think it's a language barrier that just sent me over the edge right there. Like it's I don't think there's no coming back from the tap dancer that I feel like was done. I don't never have to agree with no Black person. But if I was to sit on the panel and hear a white person say they did a macroaggression proudly, I would have to turn up on them. And that's just it. She literally, I said, I'm done with you. I'm turning you into the hands of Iconica. And Iconica started addressing me instead of addressing the white woman who just said they did a macroaggression. That's weird. Ed, you's a white girl now.
Amen.
I think a way to move on is to do what I initially came up here and said my statement, to which you had smart aleck response to, saying that you already unpacked it. But that's what I would say. That would be a good way to move on, like unpacking why that was the immediate association that Bratz was the aggressor and bullying, and that the white woman was a victim of being bullied. Having no context or intermittently listening, like why that came to your mind, and you felt, and it convicted you so much that you felt to not only like say it in the comments, but then come up to defend it and go on and let it snowball and roll on. I just felt like that, the initial act itself was egregious, but the continuation of it, like Bratz is saying, it actually blew my mind, like the way that you were continuing to try to go toe to toe with Bratz in front of the white woman specifically. Like you wanted to have that, like, I don't know. And like, Jordan, I wish, were you here for that?
Yeah, the whole conversation too.
Okay, so then I don't have to explain it. But
You waited all the way to the end to even say it was your.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, then now I'm really now. You should never even told me that. I was in the conversation. Yeah, but I'm genuinely confused because you saw the way that she was up here trying to puff her chest out with Brad's in front of the white woman, and I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to say I felt like she was perceiving perceiving it wrong because she's not used to these type of lives. That's what I was trying to say. Or she's not used to the interactions with Bratz and the conversation she has all the time with these people. That's what I was trying to say.
I was confused about the relevance to this situation because the actions that Ikunika did were not in relation to that in particular. You know, like that's not where the point of contention lied. Right? There wasn't a understanding of how the discussion goes in terms of the topics or how we talk about things. There was a very clear issue with Bratz specifically and her demeanor. I hate you guys. I can't read the comments. I'm going to clear my display, actually.
Casually.
And the way that she reacted to her and was trying, I'm blown. I don't even know what to say because I didn't even register the fact that you were in here the whole time watching that happen. Watching her do that on the panel.
That's another issue. They was on the phone together while it was happening. That's what I'm not understanding. And why Ari Nicole got more coins than me? Is it because she got locks and because I'm bald?
Oh. See, nobody knew you were bald, friend. You just told us that. We didn't know you was bald.
I mean, I'm not bald anymore, but I'm gonna shave my head again because being bald is great. But this is I don't understand y'all on the phone together as it's happening.
I don't know what's going on.
And she was still double downing, and then you came and defended her double downing. And y'all was on the phone together, and you literally are in these spaces all the time. So
yeah,
it's like,
so confused because if you were watching the whole time, then why? Then I would assume that because I know that Eb doesn't always let other mutuals up. I know that, so you could have been in the box. I don't know when you got in the box, right? So I'm not making the argument. I don't know. That's why.
You're saying I should have been up here earlier.
No, but I'm saying I don't know if you were. I don't know how long you were in the box in proximity to the time you actually. I mean, I don't know how long you were in the request in proximity to the time in which you actually got in the box. I know Eb doesn't typically let mutuals on, so you could be sitting in the box for however long until there's enough ops. So I don't want to. I'm not. Huh? No, I'm not. I'm saying that I don't want to make that assumption because I know that that's how you run your life. It'd be different, if someone else's. Anyways, it would be different. No.
Seeing them in the request until.
Right.
I might have looked until they said that in the comments.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't want to make the assumption. I don't want to make an overt assumption about when that occurred. Nonetheless, where my confusion lies is that if you were there, if you were seeing this whole interaction the whole time, her behavior, that was on the phone with her, I would then expect whenever you did finally get into the box for your reaction to be very completely different. Because when I saw you saying in the comments, I'm thinking you're just now coming into the live and seeing your friend on here going toe-to-toe with Bratz, right? That's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, oh. But now knowing that that's not what that was, you were here the whole time, saw the whole thing, was even on the phone, and then you come into the box and say that throws me off a little bit. Because, you had all the context necessary and you saw how she came at Bratz, but still, decided to be like, oh, I don't think she understands. I just don't think that reaction is just a little weird.
I understand. I think it's just because, I'm, like you said, I'm out in here all the time and this is my best friend and I know we think of like in these situations, I didn't want to seem like I'm trying to throw either one to the wolves, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? I was trying to give some context to, okay, maybe she she's not used to these lives. So even though she might be perceiving her as a bully, that's not what is happening. You know? You get what I'm saying?
On the phone while you guys were watching the live together?
No, she said you can, because I was screen sharing, because like I was showing the live. So she was like, "Oh, Jordan, you can start screen sharing. I'm up on the live." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." She said I'm in the live. I didn't know she was just gonna start watching on her phone. I didn't know she was actually going to go up there.
Right, but I'm saying at the point
I misconstrued that myself, so that's my bad.
Right, but so then at the point that she did get on the live, were you guys still on the phone?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then when did you come back into the live on your own?
When I told Jordan that I'm in the live.
No, I'm talking about Jordan.
When did I what?
Come back into the live.
I was on it the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Pran.
Saw her doing a little too much. And you didn't tell her why are you calling her a bully? Like you didn't say anything to her. You just let it rock.
Prince, come on.
You know, I dropped the ball on that. I didn't know she was going to do that. That's my fault.
No. I'm not saying about knowing that she was gonna do it. I'm more so asking
what your friend did.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
that's what I was saying. I was letting y'all have the conversation. I felt like maybe there was going to be some understanding, but I waited too long. You're right.
So basically, you were trying to let things play out themselves.
Yeah.
Okay,
because like I said, we have the same thought process, so that's what I was saying. I feel like maybe there was going to be some understanding without me.
Yeah, and I can see how
having to intervene. Yeah,
and I can see how the situation is hard for you, being it is your best friend.
Mm-hmm. Kiana, you don't feel like I'm trying to throw you to the wolves, do you?
No.
Okay.
Y'all,
I'm just in a hard position.
Oh. I just think y'all.
That's why I don't want you to feel like you have to apologize on behalf of anything. No, I'm more so just trying to understand it because, like I said, I was confused and I thought it was one way, and now I'm finding out it was something else. So I just want to.
Why y'all the conversation about they
a
sacrificed their friend? They did not sacrifice their friend. Hey, Gabby, Jordan's fall downs are they them?
This is why I didn't. This is why
it's occurring.
Yeah, y'all stop doing y'all be doing too much in the comments. That's why I like to mute y'all, but I'm not a model here. I just think y'all.
No, you're not. You said he.
We could see it. Let me screenshot it and put on. Y'all not just gonna be lying.
Oh my God, no, Gabby.
Why are we lying?
The lie, you could take the correction. What is happening?
What was the purpose of that?
it's just because I get a lot of education out of these lives, and so that's why I be trying to share it with my friends. I just feel like this was just one of those bad times where things got misconstrued and stuff.
That's what I feel like that the whole point of us all even saying this to you, the person above me, is that this is a teachable moment. You have a juggernaut who's your friend who be in these spaces, right? They be in these spaces. They hear the stuff that we talking about.
They mod. They participate in the conversation.
Y'all can now take this information and actively unpack it. Because you're saying
I keep my family and friends right on up off live because I be telling them y'all are not about to get me canceled. Y'all don't know how to conduct yourselves.
But these conversations this is a conversation for y'all to now have. This your bestie. Better than the restie. So y'all can now have this conversation to actively unpack and not pretend that there's no unpacking needed, because there's a lot of us who need things to unpack. We're inherently anti-Black. Mm-hmm. Can you charge whatever the heck keeps dying?
My babe.
That's what that.
Y'all get out my business.
That freaking iPhone touchscreen, Apple Watch, iPod vape.
My anxiety is not
I
good enough
thought-
for me to set it down long enough for it to charge for.
It got a good battery though, because it's been doing that for a
I
minute.
said iPod.
And Gabby, you can apologize all you want in the comment section. I'm still looking at you sideways for you lying that quick. That was weird. Like, who does that? I'm looking at you
weird.
sideways in this comment section from now on. I'm being real enough to let you know every time you comment, I'm still looking at the comment sideways until I feel like you done with your probationary period. Because why in the hell would you lie to me? Who am I to lie to?
Little kid.
Wait, what did she lie about?
That was like a little kid lie. You know how they lie?
Gabby
to something
called
like,
you a he, and then I said their pronouns are they, them, and they didn't sacrifice their friend. And then they was like, I said they. No, you did not. We can scroll right after
I
you
saw
did.
the comment. I saw the comment. He is. I did.
You're not about to lie to us to our face like we can't scroll. And we didn't even have to scroll up that far. That's the problem.
And I don't even read the comments like that. That's how you know you just all bad. Come on now, G.
Kanika, how you feeling? Because I really kind of want to
So
see
Gabby, you're admitting to misgendering and still, you know what? I'm done.
Doubling down. This is y'all's problem. Stop doubling down when you're wrong. The people are telling you. So say, gang, yeah, my bad. I'm not going to double down on what I did. What I said was wrong.
Do I have to
My
pull up the
bad.
screenshot? Because I'm going to get mad.
I have the screenshot if you just big back me.
I don't walk away from the phone. I don't know what's going on. Give me a second.
I got it, auntie. And why would you even say that being messy? That's weird.
No. You see how many messages was after that? There was like 5 messages after. I ain't have to scroll because you literally just
No,
said it.
that's literally the message that I called you out for. It's no reason to scroll no farther. That message came across the screen when Prince then asked their friend that they feel like they was being thrown under the bus. That's the whole reason the question was asked. Because you said it being messy. Like, that's actually some weird, messy stuff to do. If you just heard that they was best friends, why would you even say something like that?
And who said I don't care about Brass for real? Like, what was the point of saying that?
They get it crazy. Baby.
Oh no,
They getting
get on the panel.
crazy.
Whoever said that, get on the panel. Seriously, you should
Y'all
get on
in trouble.
Y'all are about to literally
Somebody
ruin
said
the
they don't
comment.
care about Brats for real.
Who said that?
Let me see.
Yes.
First of all, let me make this clear. I don't expect Jordan to care about me more than their best friend. I'm not delusional, nor am I parasocial. So I don't even know what y'all be trying to be slick and trying to get little stuff started. That's not gonna work with me. I'm gonna shut y'all shit down every time.
Yeah, and I do care about Brats. I don't know Brats to that level, and I'm not gonna act like Jabia tried to say I'm buying friends. I'm not buying friends. I'm just one of their supporters, and I've just been getting education, and that's it.
Like you was trying to buy friends.
Jabria and her baby Bob looking behind saying,
Was you about to say bald? Because I already done told y'all that I shaved my head before, and I don't like this baldism going on because my coins is not with Ari Nicole, and I don't.
I know you effing lying.
I was actually gonna say her bald
You
up
cut your own locks off.
Watch the baldness.
How was that all for? Because you cut
Oh,
your
yeah.
locks off.
Your locks off?
Put them back on. Like I'm
You
so
cut your locks off?
real. Like.
Not for. I mean, I have hair now. Like I have hair, but I was bald. I
Attach the locks back if you so mad.
Attach them.
Attach them
No,
back.
because I wanna fry and dye this one and lay it to the side and then shave it off again, and then that'll be my last time. So I'm about to bleach it real bad and just damage it and have a good time with my hair, put stuff in it, and then shave it off. I know what's going on.
No, I
Remember,
said
you're here for a
I
good
was
time,
gonna-
not a long time. Exactly.
I was gonna say her bald up bucket hat. That's what I call her.
Oh, I'm dead.
Because before Brats had her crochet hat, that's what I called her because she came in the line with it on, and I said, "Girl, F you and your bald up bucket hat."
Drop. I gotta go to work. Bye, y'all.
I'm gonna say I gotta go too because I'm about to get like yelled at in a second. Not in a bad way, but I was supposed to be watching a show today. But anyway,
you need to hurry it up.
Yeah, I need to. So I was going to say before the comments got a little crazy that it's not such a bad thing to be in the comments because it looks really, really weird when you're all up in the Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. And so it's really cool to actually be in the comments and read the room before you enter a panel. That is just my advice to being in these spaces. so that you learn the people, you learn the conversation, you unpack all those things that could be helpful so that when you do come to the conversation, you can be an active participant and be able to contribute in a meaningful way without causing harm or at least minimizing the harm. That's just my thought. I wanted to give that before the comments got crazy because what they just did was not okay. But typically, it is really cool to be in the comments. Just saying.
I agree. And for those of y'all who are in the comments, that's trying to be messy and egg certain things on, please understand that when it comes down to me reading these comments and catching shade, I might not catch every comment, but when I catch it, I catch it. When I call you out. So it's just like your day could come. Your day could easily come. Your brother, friend, cousin, auntie can scroll into my live and we could get into it too. I want to see how y'all feel then.
Oof. Yeah, because them comments was hurting because I was like, I know that's not who she is. And these comments were saying her alive.
I'm just talking to the ones who want to.
Let me just read these little things real quick because I promise you I'm really trying not to be my bae mad. Okay, really quick. This is the list. This is Eb's bingo. This is thinking about all things that she talks about, the biracial people. Race is not biological, who's black, all that stuff. Okay. First one. Okay. Anyone can be racist. Biracial is a race. Black people bullied me. I got 5 on it, y'all. Black sent or uses AAVE. Chicago, Detroit, Baltimore. Colored people.
I don't mind too.
Colored people or the M slur. Democrat/liberals. Eb is called white. Eb is called a B. I don't see color. I am black in names and ethnicity/nationality. I grew up in the inner city or hood. I have no sources/common sense. I have black or POC family and friends. If I go to an Asian country, ... Why they always got to bring up Asian people? It's crazy. Interracial families and racism. Light-skinned people are biracial or mixed. N-word or another racial slur. Not white enough, not black enough.